What if I told you that some of America's most renowned cities are undergoing profound transformations, and not in a favorable way? Cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Miami, once symbols of wealth, culture, and diversity, are now grappling with the significant challenges of mass immigration. Did you know that in certain cities, over 60% of the population consists of foreign-born residents? Escalating crime rates, overcrowded housing, and cultural tensions are turning these once thriving urban centers into areas marked by unease and uncertainty. How did things deteriorate to this point, and what lies ahead for these once great American metropolises? In this video, we delve into the stories behind 10 major American cities that are struggling under the weight of immigration. This isn't merely a question of statistics. We're exploring the lives of the people directly affected by these changes. From the strain on public services to the subtle erosion of local cultures, the impact is undeniable, and it's only intensifying. If you think you already know what's happening in these cities, think again. The insights we're about to reveal might forever alter your perspective on these urban landscapes. And before we dive in, if you appreciate the hours of effort poured into uncovering these stories, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps me continue delivering the truth, unfiltered. 10. Boston, Massachusetts. We begin with Boston, a city renowned for its rich history, world-class educational institutions, and vibrant cultural scene. But below the surface, Boston is grappling with the pressures of rapid immigration. Over 27% of its population is now foreign-born, and while diversity has long been part of Boston's identity, the speed of change is creating significant challenges. One of the most pressing issues is housing. Soaring rents and overcrowded neighborhoods are making it increasingly difficult for longtime Bostonians to afford the city they've called home for generations. Public services, such as healthcare and education, are also stretched thin, struggling to keep pace with a growing and diverse population. What once was a symbol of modern progress, Boston's infrastructure, is now buckling under immense pressure. But this isn't just about numbers. The cultural essence of Boston is shifting. The unique charm that once characterized its neighborhoods is slowly fading as the city wrestles with balancing its historical roots against the backdrop of rapid demographic changes. For many residents, the Boston they once knew is slipping away, replaced by a city that feels unfamiliar. As we explore more cities in this list, Boston serves as a sobering example of how even the most resilient urban centers can be tested by the forces of mass immigration. Can Boston hold on to its historical identity while navigating these seismic shifts? Stay tuned as we continue our journey. 9. Dallas, Texas. Next, we look at Dallas, a city synonymous with economic opportunity, southern hospitality, and a rapidly expanding job market. Yet beneath the surface, Dallas is undergoing a transformation, and not all of it is for the better. Close to 25% of Dallas's population is now foreign-born, and this demographic shift is having serious consequences for the city's economy and daily life. While Dallas is often lauded for its booming industries and innovative spirit, there's a lesser-known story playing out: the impact of increased job competition on longtime residents. With more people vying for the same opportunities, many locals are feeling the strain in a way that is rarely highlighted in mainstream discussions. For some Dallas natives, the city that once offered them prosperity now seems out of reach. The rapid influx of new residents has also strained the city's housing market, with lifelong Dallas residents struggling to afford rent in neighborhoods they grew up in. Rising crime rates in certain areas add another layer of complexity, showing that the city's rapid expansion isn't without its growing pains. Dallas's story is more than just statistics. It's a city at a crossroads, trying to reconcile its rapid growth with the needs of long-standing residents. How much longer can Dallas sustain this breakneck pace of change before the system reaches its breaking point? 8. Atlanta, Georgia. Now, let's shift our attention to Atlanta, a city celebrated for its rich civil rights history, southern charm, and thriving music and film industries. But beyond its flourishing reputation, Atlanta is facing rapid transformations fueled by immigration, with over 15% of its population now foreign-born. What distinguishes Atlanta from other cities on this list is its role as a cultural and economic powerhouse in the South. Many locals have embraced the new diversity that immigration brings, but others feel the city's infrastructure is struggling to keep pace. Traffic congestion, already a challenge, has worsened as the population swells, and housing shortages have driven up costs in once affordable middle-class neighborhoods. Culturally, Atlanta's distinct southern charm is evolving, and for some, this change feels disorienting. Close-knit neighborhoods defined by shared traditions are transforming in ways that leave longtime residents feeling disconnected. As Atlanta continues to grow, the question remains: can the city preserve its unique cultural identity while embracing the new forces of transformation? 7. Phoenix, Arizona. Heading west, Phoenix has experienced explosive growth in recent years, transforming from a quiet desert town into one of the nation's fastest-growing metropolitan areas. Today, nearly 25% of Phoenix's population is foreign-born, and while the city is often viewed as a land of opportunity, this rapid expansion is creating unforeseen challenges for long-standing residents. As a key gateway for immigration from Latin America, Phoenix faces significant pressures on its public services, especially in education and healthcare. Schools are struggling with overfilled classrooms, and healthcare facilities are stretched to their limits, leaving some residents feeling neglected. The demand for affordable housing has soared, causing rent prices to climb in neighborhoods that were once accessible to middle-income families. The vast open spaces Phoenix was once known for are quickly filling up, leading to the erosion of the close-knit community spirit that once defined the city. As Phoenix continues to transform, the challenge lies in managing growth without losing its identity. 6. San Francisco, California. Next, we turn to San Francisco, a city that, for decades, has been synonymous with technological innovation, immense wealth, and stunning natural beauty. However, with nearly 36% of its population foreign-born, San Francisco is now experiencing a rapid transformation, exacerbating some of its most deep-rooted problems. As a global tech hub, San Francisco has attracted talent from around the world. However, the influx of new residents has also driven up the already astronomical cost of living, making it nearly impossible for long-time residents to afford staying in their homes. Entire neighborhoods have become unaffordable, forcing many to question whether there is still a place for them in the city they helped build. While tech elites thrive, a significant portion of San Francisco's population faces homelessness, skyrocketing rents, and declining public services. The growing divide between the wealthy and the struggling is stark, and many residents feel a deep sense of disconnection from the rapid changes unfolding around them. 5. Chicago, Illinois. Next, we turn to Chicago, a city renowned for its rich cultural heritage, architectural brilliance, and working-class spirit. Yet, beneath its celebrated skyline, Chicago is undergoing a quiet but profound transformation, with over 20% of its population now foreign-born. This influx is reshaping the city's neighborhoods in unexpected and challenging ways. Chicago has long prided itself on its cultural diversity, but the rapid pace of immigration is starting to strain its communities. One of the most pressing issues is the rise in economic inequality. While some immigrants succeed and contribute to the city's thriving economy, others struggle to find their footing, leading to heightened competition for jobs in an already tough market. Many lifelong Chicagoans are feeling the pressure, as wages stagnate and job opportunities grow scarcer. Beyond the economic impact, the cultural fabric of the city is also shifting. Neighborhoods once deeply rooted in shared traditions and connections now face new tensions as different cultural influences take hold. For many longtime residents, the Chicago they grew up in is becoming unrecognizable as new communities settle and reshape daily life. The once familiar streets and neighborhoods feel foreign, creating a sense of displacement. Chicago is known for its resilience, but the challenges posed by this wave of immigration are testing the city in new ways. Can the Windy City preserve its working-class soul while embracing these changes? Only time will tell. 4. Houston, Texas. Now we shift focus to Houston, a city synonymous with economic growth, southern hospitality, and an ever-evolving cultural landscape. But with nearly 30% of its population now foreign-born, Houston is feeling the weight of rapid demographic changes that are altering both its economy and identity. Houston has long benefited from its diverse population, particularly in key industries like oil, healthcare, and technology, where immigrant contributions have been vital. However, this growth has led to fierce competition, especially in sectors traditionally supporting working-class Houstonians. Many locals, once secure in their livelihoods, now find themselves edged out of job opportunities by a wave of newcomers. It's a struggle that isn't always visible, but for many, it's becoming harder to make ends meet. Culturally, Houston is also at a crossroads. Long-established communities are undergoing rapid transformation as new cultural influences take root. While some celebrate this diversity, others feel that Houston's signature Southern charm is being diluted. Tight-knit neighborhoods known for their communal bonds are straining under the pressure of rapid change, leaving longtime residents questioning what the future holds. Houston has always been a city of opportunity, but its rapid expansion is raising tough questions. Can the city continue to grow without sacrificing its deep-rooted identity? The answer will shape Houston's future for decades to come. 3. Miami, Florida. Miami, the vibrant city of stunning beaches, rich Latin American influence, and bustling culture, has long been a gateway for immigrants, particularly from Cuba and Central America. Today, more than 60% of Miami's population is foreign-born, and while this diversity is a cornerstone of the city's identity, the sheer scale of recent immigration is posing serious challenges. One of the most critical issues is the housing market. As more people flock to Miami, the demand for affordable housing has skyrocketed, driving prices far beyond what many longtime residents can afford. The neighborhoods that once reflected Miami's unique cultural tapestry are now undergoing rapid gentrification, leaving many feeling displaced and disconnected from the city they've known their entire lives. The character of Miami is shifting, and for some, it's as if the city's very soul is being transformed. Economically, Miami faces a growing divide. While some immigrants bring entrepreneurial success and boost the local economy, others struggle to find stable employment, adding to the strain on public services and intensifying job competition. This dichotomy has left parts of the city thriving while others are left behind, exacerbating inequality and tension. Miami's story is a delicate balancing act between preserving its vibrant cultural identity and addressing the needs of a rapidly growing population. Whether the city can maintain its unique charm amidst these challenges remains to be seen. 2. New York City, New York. Now we dive into the heart of New York City, a global icon of ambition, diversity, and the American dream. Known as the ultimate melting pot, New York has long been a magnet for people from all corners of the world. Today, over 37% of the city's population is foreign-born, and while this diversity has always been a defining feature, the current wave of immigration is reshaping New York in profound and sometimes troubling ways. For many longtime New Yorkers, the city's rapid transformation has fueled growing concerns about affordability. Rent prices have surged, particularly in neighborhoods like Queens and Brooklyn, where immigrant populations have swelled. What were once affordable, close-knit communities are now experiencing waves of gentrification, driving up housing costs and pushing out the very residents who helped build these neighborhoods. The New York that many have cherished for generations is fading, replaced by a city that feels increasingly out of reach. 1. Los Angeles, California. Lastly, we arrive at Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world, known for its sunny weather, sprawling neighborhoods, and unparalleled diversity. LA has long been a destination for those seeking a better life, but today, nearly 40% of its population is foreign-born, and the rapid rise in immigration is reshaping the city in ways that are creating growing concern. One of the most visible impacts is on housing. With new arrivals pouring in, Los Angeles is in the grip of a severe housing crisis. Rents have soared to unprecedented heights, making it increasingly difficult for families to afford even basic living costs. The dream of living in LA is slipping away for many, as homelessness surges and tent encampments become more prevalent, even in once affluent areas. The city's infrastructure, its roads, schools, and hospitals, is struggling to keep pace with this surge in population. If you found this deep dive insightful, don't forget to check out our previous video where we explore similar challenges facing iconic cities across Europe. And be sure to subscribe to Living in America to stay informed about the forces shaping the world's greatest cities.